insights on how they operate, which was really interesting. Like, it's quite different from what I was used to. There were times for mentorship on Thursdays. There were Tuesday technical review sessions where you can ask questions and all that. So one of the best parts of the training for me was the mentorship sessions where the CEO of the program actually led us through how to optimize our LinkedIn, how to revamp our CVs, how to put ourselves out there beyond just learning data analytics. So it was really like a push for me. And I remember I started posting on LinkedIn like in less than 2 months. I started getting a lot of connections from different people, from people in tech and all that. I also started having a where I wasn't expecting, because I'd been applying for jobs before then, and all the, when you apply for a job and you get a mail and you just get right. So that was the situation I was in. But the job I got, I didn't apply for this job. Like, I was on my own. I was where I used to work, and I got a chat on LinkedIn from a recruiter, actually, from one firm that I had been admiring. So I was like, this one that someone is messaging me on LinkedIn. I hope they are not about to tell me to come and register for one of that thing, because sometimes on LinkedIn people would message you to register for something or pay for a certain thing. But this one was from a recruiter, and the other several recruiters had actually messaged me, but they were like, oh, we're sorry, the role that we are looking to hire you for, you don't qualify for it, but we'll keep you in the loop. So basically, I got an offer from LinkedIn without applying for a job, without, you know, so I sent them my CV. I went through the interviews, and I spoke to Lemuel about it, and she was like, don't worry, it's going to be fine. Just relax and all that. And I got the offer. And the offer I got was not something I was looking forward to getting like so soon. I was thinking it was going to take me a while because I had been too relaxed for a bit. But I got an offer, and it was really good. An hybrid job. I used to do a job where I work shifts before in the office. I travel every day to work. But now I have the privilege to work from the comfort of my house without going out. And it's been really nice, honestly. So I'm not yet to like bamboozle you or anything or to impress anybody. I'm just telling you the facts that actually Naviance is really doing a great job. And if you really, really want to get value for your money, if you really, really want a training where you'll be led and directed through every part or every step that you take, Naviance is here to guide you through every part. And trust me, the facilitators are really great. Like, they take you through everything at every point. If you have any questions and you ask them, they're willing to answer. They're not one of those people that will tell you wait till the next class or tell you to go online and look for answers. They're willing to put you through whatever situation or whatever answers you need. And that's one thing I really like about them. And another fun fact is that you have access to them for life. So even if you pay and you think that after the program, that's the end, no, you have access to them for life. Like, I can call on Lemuel any day. I can call on Dorcas. I can call on Shakirat any day and any time, and they'll be willing to assist me with whatever that I need. So I'm telling you that yes, Naviance is actually a really great platform for learning any tech course that you're actually looking forward to learn. And it's not just us preaching or trying to, push you to do anything. It's like I told you, when I started, I didn't have the money. I had to borrow the money from my mother. And look,
All right. Hi, everyone. Good evening, everybody. Please confirm if you can hear me. Encourage Nebians, please. Am I good? Is my audio good? All right. Thank you, Friday Miracle, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Welcome to the session. I'm super excited to be joining you. Thank you very much, Joy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to this session. I hope we are doing good tonight. I hope we are all doing fine. All right, all right. So tell me in the chats, tell me, what do you look forward to achieving tonight? What are your goals? What do you look forward to achieving tonight? Why How would I put this? What do you anticipate from this session? Yes, that's the way to put this. What do you anticipate from this session? So you can type that in the chat. Let me get to know um, what your anticipations are. So tell me. I look forward. Maybe I should start. All right, let me start. So I look forward to sharing everything I know. Everything I know. Everything. How do you spell everything again? I think I've forgotten my English spellings. Everything I know about landing a job in tech. Great. So this is what I look forward to. So you tell me, what do you look forward to tonight? All right. And how it can pay me. I love that. Fruitful engagement. Awesome. Awesome. And you're going to have just that. The session promises to be engaging. It also promises to be fruitful. I look forward to making my final step towards joining tech, data analysis, awesome, becoming financially independent. Awesome. We look forward to learning and landing a job. Amazing. You're in the right session Friday. You're in the right session. So I think we are all in the right session, all right? Will you be sending the recordings after the class? Exactly, yes. We will be sending the recording after the class. Fantastic. So I think we're all geared up. We are all ready to go. We are in the right session. So now that I've confirmed that, I am going to share my screen. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Keep it coming, guys. Keep your messages coming. Keep your messages coming. And we will get started right about now. Fantastic. So, guys, if you can see my screen, please, you can use any of your favorite reactions. Inyang Inyang, Isaac Inyang, you are definitely in the right session. You're definitely in the right session. You're definitely in the right session. So tonight, my mission is very simple, right? I came here with a very simple goal. Very simple, straightforward. I want to share a step-by-step guide to landing a high-paying remote tech job. Now, I've seen a lot of people desire to get a tech job, but not enough people are able to find their feet. People struggle to get their first job in tech, and that's because they have been misguided. They've been told wrongly what it takes to land a job in tech. And I think that I'm one of the people who are in the right position to tell you how to land a job in tech. And I think that the reason for that is just a few years ago, I myself struggled to land my first job in tech. And then I learned the right strategy. And I applied this strategy. It worked for me, and I've been teaching this strategy for about 2 years, and it has been helping my students land high-paying tech jobs, especially remote jobs. So we're going to talk about everything that you need to know, including all the things that people miss out on when they tell you, "Oh, this is what you need to land a job." So my name is Ayobami. All right, I am the I lead training operations here at Nebiant Analytics. I have close to have a decade of years of experience in the data and IT consulting space. I work as a data analyst and a Power BI developer for a leading global trade expansion consultancy in the UK. And I've also, in the space of less than 5 years, I've also trained and mentored hundreds of Africans and helped them make the switch into tech, especially data related roles. But all of those are not important. Everything I've said so far, none of that is important. The only important thing for you to know from my profile is the fact that I also transitioned. I also made the switch into tech. I did not start out in tech, right? I didn't start out in tech. So if you're currently doing anything else right now and you want to get into tech, just know from my story that it is possible. Because I also, at some point, struggled to land my first job, but I was able to figure it out. right? So that means you're also in a position where you can figure it out. That's what I want you to learn from my profile. And that's what we are really focused on here at Nebiant Analytics. We see ourselves as a movement, all right? As a movement that is committed to helping Africans unlock their vast potential. A lot of Africans have amazing potential, especially within the tech space. But we don't have enough people realizing or even actualizing those potentials because there are certain limitations that have been holding us back as Africans. You want to get into tech, they will tell you this, do that. But none of these things have helped anybody get a job. And it's a result of misinformation. And people have this right information and they share it within themselves. And that's why you find a lot of Indians transitioning into tech seamlessly. In fact, if you look at the statistics, most companies are either more interested in Indians or Pakistans. But we even thank God now, foreigners are starting to look to Africa. They are starting to look to Africa for their talent hub. And that's because we are in a generation where we have institutions like us that are transforming how people approach their journey into tech. All right. We believe strongly that tech is an equalizer, regardless of your background, whether you come from a poor background or whether your family is the richest in town. Tech can equalize everybody. You find the son of a poor man making millions and helping his family out of poverty. So tech is that, will I call it, a platform that can help anybody become whatever they want to be. And it is our mission to equip millions of Africans with the skills, the tools, and the confidence to be able to compete and lead globally. So if you're on this call, whether you're a beginner, you're just starting out on your journey, or you are even looking to level up, Nebiant is where your journey begins. And we're happy to welcome you to we're happy to welcome you to the community of people transforming their life. So I will talk a little bit more about that as we progress in the session. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we progress in the session. But let's take a quick look at our roadmap for tonight. What are we going to be doing tonight? Before I do that, I want you to know that this session is recorded. All right, we are recording this session. So as we speak, we are recording the session, and we are going to share the recording with you. We are also going to share the slide that I'm using. So if you can see my slides right now, I have a lot of information in these slides. Don't worry, I would also be sharing the slides with you. And for that to happen, all you need to do is fill out the attendance form that my colleague will be sharing in a matter of minutes. All right, so if you look at the charts, the in-call messages, you will notice very soon that my colleague will send a link to the chat. It contains, we'll send a message rather, and that message will contain a link to the attendance form. So click on that link, fill out the attendance form, and that will help us to be able to send you the recording of the class, of the session rather, and also the slides that I'm using to present. Guys, if you got that, please give me your favorite reaction. If you got what I just said, please use your favorite reaction. Let me know you are good to go. Fantastic. So guys, let's go. I think we are ready to go. So we are in a session where we want to talk about how you can get into tech. And this is how we are going to approach it. All right. We'll start by taking a look at the story of other Africans that have been able to transition from Pedro is unable to hear me. Guys, please, if you can hear me very well, please type loud and clear in the chat. If you can hear me, let me be sure that the problem is not from my end. If you can hear me loudly, no interruption, no network glitch, everything is good, please help me type loud and clear in the chat. Let me type loud and clear in the chat. Awesome. So Pedro, you might want to check your network or maybe your phone speaker. Other people are able to hear me. As you can see from the charts, other people are able to hear me loud and clear. So guys, let's get back right into what we were saying. So I think it makes sense if we are trying to get somewhere. Follow me closely, guys. If we are trying to get somewhere, I think it makes sense if we ask people who have been there before for direction. Do you agree with me? We are trying to go somewhere new. We don't know the dynamics of that place. I think it makes sense for us to ask people who have been there before to give us direction. Do you agree with me or not? Give me a thumbs up if you agree with me. Give me a thumbs down if you disagree with me. Give me a thumbs down if you disagree with me. Fantastic. So a lot of us agree with me. So, and that is exactly why I'm going to share the story of other Africans like you who went from non-tech background to landing their first job in tech. So what did they do? How did they do it? People have been struggling to get jobs. People have been unable to get jobs, but these people were able to get jobs. What did they do? We're going to learn that. We're going to see what these guys did. And once we are done with that, we'll then take a look at how you can do the same. So, what these guys did, how can you also do the same, following in their footstep? And you follow directly in their footstep and learning how to stand out. And once we have learned that, for people that are ready to start their journey, I will then share a special announcement for you, or with you rather, that would help you start your journey as soon as possible. And then we'll take a little bit of question and answer at the end of the session. So you want to stick around because I have a special announcement for you guys at the end of the sessions. Guys, how does that sound? Give me a thumbs up if it sounds okay. Thumbs down if doesn't sound okay. Give me a thumbs down if it doesn't sound okay. Thumbs up if it sounds okay. Fantastic. All right. Since we are all on the same page, let's get cracking. Let's start by sharing the story of other Africans who have transitioned successfully into tech. All right. Now, the first person story that I want to share, and this one is very dear to me because this particular person happens to be my student personally, my personal student. Her name is Esther. All right. Her name is Esther, and Esther finished from the School of Nursing. All right, guys, follow me closely. Remember, we want to learn from other people and see what we can do. All right. Esther finished from the School of Nursing. All right. And then when Esther finished, all right, when Esther finished from the School of Nursing, please confirm you can still hear me. I'm not sure. I think I saw a reaction now. Please confirm that you can still hear me. Okay, all right. Thank you very much. All right. So as I was saying, Esther finished from the School of Nursing, and then she wasn't satisfied with the kind of potential that she has as a nurse in Nigeria. We can all testify to the fact that as a nurse in Nigeria, you're only getting barest minimum as a nurse. The only way you can even make something fair for your life if you're a nurse is either you have years and years of experience or you are able to travel out of the country. That's the only way you can have a prestigious career that would also pay you handsomely. So she knew that if she wanted to thrive in Nigeria, being a nurse would not cut it. So Esther wanted more. But if there's something we would learn from this bit of the story, this part of Esther's journey, if there's something I want you to learn, is the first part, the first step in making a change, in changing your life, in transforming your career. It always and will always start from a desire to be more and to earn more. And you will see it across everybody that have been able to land job. The audacity to want to pursue more is the first ingredient to success. A lot of people just want to succeed. A lot of people just want to have money. But the internal push to want to put in the work that would get them that kind of result, they don't have it. And that is when the going gets tough, this kind of people, they just get distracted and sway off the journey. So it starts with Esther being dissatisfied and wanting more. And then she decided to take action about that desire. She didn't just stop at, oh, I want more. What did Esther do? Esther decided that it was time to empower herself. So I want more. What am I doing about that more? In quotes. What am I doing about the more that I want? Action. What would you do? If you truly want more, the first step is going in the direction of empowering yourself. What do you even have right now that will help you to get more? If you don't have anything that can help you get more, you are just doing what is called wishful thinking. And wishful thinking has never gotten anybody anything. So Esther decided it was time for her to gain a skill. And to do that, Esther joined our program in February. All right. Just follow me closely, guys. Esther joined our program, specifically the data analytics program, in February this year. Esther went through our rigorous intensive training. And you will think that is all, it's just training. You will get to see when we get to the part where I will talk about the framework that we usually take our students through. Every student that passes through us go through a particular framework. They mandatorily have to complete every step in that framework. I will share that framework with you. And that was the same framework that Esther went through. And fast forward, guys. Fast forward to 3 months later, Esther was able to get that desire that she wanted 3 months prior. In May 2025, Esther was able to land her first job in tech, working as a monitoring and evaluation analyst at Prawa. Now, that role might seem very strange. What is an M&E analyst? What is a monitoring and evaluation analyst? It's actually a data analyst job that involves monitoring and evaluating business processes using data. All right. So we can say she landed a data analytics job that was given a branded name. So Esther currently works as a monitoring and evaluation analyst. But the way I have outlined Esther's journey, it seems very linear. Oh, join a program and you will land a job, because I fast forwarded Esther's journey. Now, in between this journey were series of programs that Esther had to go through at Nebient Analytics. And when we get to where I'm going to share our framework, you would understand the drilling that Esther had to go through. But this is Esther's story. She was able to land a data analytics job in 3 months by deciding to empower herself. Let's listen to Esther. I mean, all of this is nice, right? But it would be nice to also hear from the horse's mouth. Guys, how many of us want to hear what Esther has to say specifically? Let's hear from Esther herself. If you would like to hear from Esther herself, all right? We have other people story that I'm going to share. In fact, I invited one of them. To, just talk to us, and fantastic. So let me stop sharing my screen. Let's hear from Esther herself. All right. Let's hear from Esther. Let me stop presenting. Just give me 1 second. Let me stop presenting. And then I'm going to present again this time around. Let's hear from Esther. Let's hear from Esther. I think maybe this, I'm not so sure, but let's see if this is the one. Let's see if this is the one. Let's see if this is the one. Give me a second. Oh no, this is not the one. This is not the one. Let me reshare. All right, let me reshare. Let me reshare, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me reshare. This is someone else. Let me reshare Esther's story. 1 second. Great. So let's hear from Esther, guys. Let's hear from Esther. Let's hear from Esther. Let's hear from Esther. Guys, are we ready? Are we ready to hear from Esther? All right. So the next voice you are going to hear is Esther's voice, or maybe my colleague's voice before Esther speaks. So, guys, let's listen to Esther.
I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing? I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. Okay, so Esther, you're welcome to this session. What we want to hear from you is, how was the experience? How did you hear about us? How did Nebiant impact your journey, to where you are now? So just share with us the next couple of minutes.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. I I saw Nebiant Analytics. I think I saw their ad on Facebook. So there was a group. I think they were doing a free class or something, and I wasn't able to join the class. But then the day I joined, Mrs. Limwell was having like a talk on. She was explaining everything about data analysis, and the tech world. I just got interested. I'm like, okay, I've always wanted to get into tech. As okay, by the way, I didn't mention that I'm a healthcare professional, so I've always wanted to get into the tech space, but I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know, the right course to take, all of those things. So after the class that day, I decided, okay, let me just data analysis sounded like something that I've liked, so I paid for the class and I joined. That was February. So while the class
February
was
this year.
yeah, February
Was it
this year.
February this year or this year?
February this year, yeah.
Okay, all right,
So
fantastic.
unfortunately, I couldn't understand anything. It was just too much. A lot of words I've never heard before, so I got confused. I reached out to Joy, one of the our class coordinator, yes, and I was complaining. So I told her that I can't understand. I want to give up. I want to stop. I want to leave the class. That I don't understand anything. There's so much for me, and she kept encouraging me. And she told me that I can't give up now. That I should just try my best. I should put in, even if it's 2 hours every day, I can do this. I can do this. So I started paying more attention to the classes. After the class, I think we just finished last month or so. After the class, and there was something she told me. She said that when I finish, I should just be telling everybody that I'm a data analyst. So
Exactly. You should claim it.
I started telling everybody that I'm a data analyst, though I'm a data analyst. And anybody that I'm having a conversation with, I say I'm a data analyst. So as a health professional, I work in the NGO space. So, and what I do is M&E, that's monitoring and evaluation. So I saw a job role, and it was M&E analyst. I'm like, this is not what was us in class. So
Exactly.
I applied, and fortunately for me, I got the job, and I was so excited. I was so happy. So I want to say a very big thank you to Media Analytics, and the tutors, oh my God, they're always there. Anytime you come back and say, I don't know what's going on, I can't understand, they always take the patience to explain to you, and bring you back on track. So, and then I just advise everybody, just apply, especially if you had a background or something else. If you apply in that background, I think it's easy. I don't know. I'm just saying based on experience. So I feel like if you have a background or something, it's easier to just align what you have and put analysis. Because at the end of the day, data is everywhere, right?
Exactly. Data is everywhere. Healthcare, supply chain, wherever you are, data is there. Okay, fantastic. Esther, it was.
All right, guys. Guys, can you still hear me? Now I'm back to speaking. Can you still hear me? I want to be sure that you can still hear me. Fantastic. Now, that was Esther's journey. Now, you can hear something that she said. All right. I want to bring you back to what Esther said specifically, that there were times that it became overwhelming. It became very stressful. She wanted to give up. Now, this is one of the reasons why people that are trying to get into a new space give up at the end of the day and are unable to get through to the point where they land the job. Because at that point, what she needed was a mentor. What she needed at that point was her mentor. And she reached out to her mentor, and her mentor was able to put her right back on track. So you can see that if all she did was to learn a skill, do you think she would have been able to get a job? If all she focused on was, oh, I just want to learn a skill, I just want to get the skill, learn this, learn that, do you think she would have been able to get to the point where she would land a job? Guys, what do you think? Do you think she would have been able to get to the point where she would land a job if she had given up? If she had given up, what do you think? Would she have been able to get to the point where she's able to land a job? No. So that's why we know this, and as part of our program, mentorship is part of the things that we give to our students to ensure that they get to that point where they land a job. That is not, you would have thought that only Esther is the only person I want to share a story, but I have a few more people. In fact, before I call up my guest, I want to share the story of one more person. This is Ugochi. Ugochi landed a job a few months ago. So I felt, let me share the story of Ugochi. All right. Ugochi's story is very unique in that Ugochi left the corporate space for a while. You know, she was pregnant and she needed to attend to, being a mom. So she could not continue being in the corporate space. And then she resigned and focused on being a mom. And it got to a time that she knew, okay, it's time to get back to the corporate space, to the workforce. But she knew that now there's a child involved. I cannot go back to being, the person that's up buses, fight in traffic and all of that, because now there's a child involved. At this point, what Ugochi needed was a remote job that pays in tech, that pays well, and only tech can afford you that. So Ugochi knew that the only option she had at this point was to get into tech, and then she decided to empower herself. She joined a webinar like this when we talked about some of our programs, and then she decided to join the business analysis program in February. Guys, in February 2025. Again, like I like to do, not to waste your time, Ugochi, fast forward to June 2025. Just 1 month after our training, Ugochi told us that she has landed her first job as a business analyst at Marite Consulting. Somebody who only a few months ago only had a desire to improve her life. Right now, she has achieved that goal, because right now, Ugochi works as a business analyst at Marite Consulting. Guys, should we hear from Ugochi herself? Before we talk about the frameworks that, these people go through to be able to achieve this kind of success. Why do Nebian students get the job? Let me share the story of Ugochi. Just give me 1 second to stop sharing this. And then I have a guest for you guys. All right? I have a guest that would come share our own story live. So Chrome tab, I think take this, great. So I'm going to share this and then we will get right into it. So this is Ugochi. So let's listen to Ugochi.
Hi, good afternoon, morning, evening, depending where you are. So my name is Ugochi Obialo Iko, and I am a Nebiant alumni, and I'm here just to let us know how Nebiant aided my career transition or career growth as per se. So I got to know about Nebiant from they had a 3 days Excel boot camp. So after the boot camp, I applied and I joined the business analysis track. And I must say that it was a great time. Aside the technical knowledge, they also aided us with our CV revamp, LinkedIn optimization. I would say that was very critical in me getting my first offer after taking my course, because they made me understand the essence of using online, posting your work out there, and also telling people what you do. So like a few months or weeks after my training with them, I got my first offer. So I'm here to say that Navient is a good place to be, and I want to give a big shout out to my facilitator in a person of Aisha Juma. She was an excellent facilitator, took her time to explain to us and teach us all that I know today as regarding pencil analysis. So thank you so much and bye.
All right. So that is Ugochi. All of these people have the same thing in common. It always starts with a desire to change your life, and then they make they take the step, and then they get the result. So I would just fast forward the rest. Let me share one last person. In fact, I'm not going to talk about this person. First of all, I want to confirm, is Mary on the call? Mary Bumaba, please, are you on the call? Are you on the call? You can give me a thumbs up. You already know how we do, Mary. You already know how we do. So I'm not sure if Mary is on the call. So we'll bring up somebody else. I would have continued to share people's story, but I'm sure that you are not as much interested in other people's story than yourself. Am I wrong? Am I wrong, guys? Are you more interested in other people's story, or how you can be the one sharing your own story next? So I'm going to skip this last person. I want her to share her story by herself. All right. I want her to share her story by herself. So when she joins us, we're going to listen to Mary's specific story. But one thing I want to establish, all right, one thing I want to establish here is what made the difference for these people. Let's talk about that. Now, in the same world where we have a lot of even people who have been learning for years. Now, this is the point where you really pay attention, because you're about to discover why, despite people finding it difficult to land jobs, we seem to have a formula that is helping our students land job. So what is it? What makes the difference for these people? You've heard Esther, you've heard Ugochi. These are people who, in this year, same year, they started learning. They started learning this same year, and they were still able to get their job this same year in the same Nigeria where people have been learning for years and they are unable to get a job. So, what makes the difference for these people? Now, what really makes the difference is the fact that all of them adopted the Nebian framework for landing a tech job as a beginner. So if you are a beginner and your focus is on landing jobs and not just learning for the sake of knowledge, if you're trying to get into tech for the sake of landing a job in tech, you cannot do the same thing that other people are doing. There's a framework that gets you the job. Let's talk about that framework for a little bit. In that framework, the first step, right? Now, this is where it gets serious. The first step is to equip yourself with an high in demand tech skill. Not just any tech skill. A lot of people mess it up at this point. A lot of people are there in their head, they just know, oh, I want to get into tech. That is all that some people know. I want to get into tech. But nobody is guiding them to tell them, see, there are some career paths you will pursue in tech that it will take you years to be able to get a job. While there are some career paths, specific career paths, that if you position yourself correctly, in a matter of months, you will be able to land a job. A lot of people don't know this. And that's why once our students get onboarded, we take them through this framework. So the first step in this framework is you want to learn a skill, but not just any tech skill. You want to learn a tech skill that is highly in demand. What do I mean? That organizations need people for. And right now, the three most highly in demand skills that you can get into and land a job easily are these three. And I'm going to tell you why. Number one, data analytics. If you're trying to get into tech as fast as possible, you don't want to spend 2 years, 3 years before getting a job. Pick data analytics or data science or business analysis. All right. These are the three career paths. Now, the person that said you are a data analyst, but you've not been able to get a job, when we get to the other steps, you will see what you are doing wrongly. All right. You have done well for yourself by sticking to being a data analyst, but that is not where it ends. Now, why are these three career paths the best? Why is it that people that are tapping into this career path are positioning themselves to landing a job in the shortest time possible? The reason is very simple. All right. The reason is very simple. And according to the World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs 2025 report, first of all, how many of us have come across this report? You've read the WA Future of Jobs report. Give me a thumbs up. I think it was trending in the beginning of the year. It was trending. Everybody was talking about that report. Great. So I have people that have read that report. Great. So these people can confirm whether what I'm about to say is the truth or I'm just saying what I like. Now, in that report, if you read that report, the report estimates that by 2030, the demand for data analysts, data scientists, data engineers, BI analysts, business analysts, and other big data and database professionals will grow by 30 to 35% from 2025 to 2030. The people that have read it, did you also see that in the report when you were reading it? Did you also see that in the report? You can just give me a thumbs up if you saw it, or give me a thumbs down if you didn't. Exactly. So Issaka saw that. So this is a reason enough. This is strong a reason enough to want to focus on this career path, because according to the World Economic Forums, these are the career paths that their demand is constantly growing. Organizations are in their need of these professionals, especially now in the age of AI, in the age of artificial intelligence. The kind of data that businesses are generating, it requires them to hire a lot of data professionals. So you want to focus on data career paths as a beginner if you want to get your feet in the door as early as possible. And it also makes sense for you to want to focus on data career paths on another level for another reason. Apart from the fact that it is highly in demand, it's also a career path that is very easy to learn compared to other career paths. When you compare to other career paths, I'm talking about software engineering, I'm talking about networking, talking about cyber security, talking about a lot of different other career paths. If you compare how easy it is to learn data, you'll discover that data is easy to learn. In fact, there's something that I say a lot. I say that it is easy to learn data analytics or data science or any data role because human beings can easily relate to data roles. Human beings can easily understand data related concepts because we are already practicing data analysis, even though we don't know. Even though we don't know, every day we analyze data. We'll get to that. You will get to that. If you are poor in mathematics, this does not require you to be strong mathematician. All right. Now, I was saying every day we do data analysis before we make a decision. Good. Let me ask you this question. If you're on this call, you want to make dinner, for instance, or you want to make breakfast, and you remember that, oh, for instance, maybe you want to make rice, and you now told yourself, I ate rice yesterday. You know what? Let me not eat rice today. Have you ever been there before? Have you been there before where you want to cook something today, but you remember that you had eaten it like 2 times this week already? Great. What you have done is There's data about what you have eaten. You have data, you have information about what you ate yesterday and day before yesterday. Now, based on that information, you analyzed it in your mind and said, I have eaten it 2 times already. So that means you analyzed how long, how many times, or the frequency of times you had eaten rice. And based on that frequency, you now decided that it is not best for me to still eat it today. So you made a decision that would improve your experience based on data that is available. If you did not know, if for some reason you forgot that you ate rice 2 days prior, all right, and maybe for some reason it is bad for you to eat rice back to back for 3 days, maybe to cause one ailment or one upset in your stomach, but for some reason the information about whether you ate rice yesterday and the day before yesterday, let's say it is lost, you don't know, and you now mistakenly now eat it for the 3rd time, what do you think will happen to you? You are going to have a poor experience. You're probably a disease or a sickness, and that's assumption. But because the data is there, you remember that you ate rice day before yesterday, you also ate rice yesterday, and you now remember, you now analyze it in your head. Oh, I've eaten rice twice. Because of that insight that you got from the frequency of rice eating, you then decided, you know what, I am not going to eat rice today. What you have just done is you had data, you analyzed it, and based on your analysis, you made a decision. Am I correct or not? Am I correct or not? Do you agree with me or not? So do you now agree with me now that everybody on this call is a data analyst, one way or the other? One way or the other. You agree with me that you already can relate to data. Exactly. So that is why when you start learning data analysis or data science or business analysis, you now start learning, oh, okay, so this is why we do this is why we do that. You cannot get that same experience with things like software engineering, for instance, or networking, or deep vision, or robotics. You can't get all of those experiences. But with data, it is easy to relate to it, and that is why it is easy to learn. Another reason why we feel data analytics is fantastic, or data science is amazing, or business analysis is super for you to get into is because it's also very easy for you to transition into. You saw the reports, the result of the report, that data analytics, data profession generally are highly in demand. So it's easy for you to get a job. It's easy for you to get a job. If you go online right now, if you go online and search for current openings in data on LinkedIn alone, you will discover that there are over 35,000 current jobs opening. All right, so it's very easy to transition to. And the last reason is data has great salary projection. All right, this is a career path that offers you great salary projections, especially if you position yourself for remote global opportunities, which is what we position our students for. It's not bad to work for Nigerian-based companies, but it is even better for you to work for foreign-based companies. Why? Because the opportunities that you have in terms of remuneration is super fantastic. And a lot of Africans are getting job now in data because, let me give you what is going on right now, all right? Let me give you the gist of what is going on right now in the global data space. Foreigners are now beginning to realize that Africans are getting great at tech, especially data roles. So instead of paying their own people, all right, instead of paying their own people, I mean, the average salary of a data analyst in the US is around monthly is around $8,000, 8,000, 6,000 to $8,000. Now, these businesses no longer want to pay that kind of money to their own people. So what do? They then come and start looking for African talents that they can hire for less of that amount. So they'll come and look for African talents they can pay $2,000 or $2,500 because they don't want to pay $8,000 dollars to their own people. But what they don't realize is if you give an African man $2,500, $3,000, that is amazing money for us. Or don't you think? Imagine you're earning $3,000 every month. Don't you think that is enough to get you started, to transform your life in a way? Or is there anybody that currently earns above $3,000 right now? I'm not sure if you currently earn above $3,000, maybe, but that's that's exploitation. Yes, it is exploitation, but even that kind of exploitation, is it not favorable? Let's be honest. It is truly exploitation. The world is not fair. Fact. But even that exploitation, is it not favorable? Guys, is that exploitation favorable or not? If you look at how much $3,000 is in Naira, that's over 4.5 million. That's close to 5 million Naira every month. That's close to 5 million Naira every month. All right? It's close to 5 million Naira every month. So even though they are trying to exploit Africans, but because of the condition of our economy, because of how shitty our currency is, the exploitation is still favorable to us. And that is how a lot of Africans are cashing out with the tech industry. So this is why you want to tap in right now. This is why you want to tap in right now. So guys, for these reasons that I've mentioned, do you consider it strong enough? All right. Do you consider it strong enough to want to get into data roles now or not? Thumbs up if it's yes, thumbs down if it is no. What do you think? Fantastic. Fantastic. So this is exactly why we empower our students within data. So these are the career paths you want to focus. And let's talk quickly about this career path. If you want to be a data analyst, you have to learn the tools. All right. But beyond the tools, we would also take you through the foundation. We would also take you through the foundation. And once we take you through the foundation, we then drill you on the tools. And these are the kind of tools you're going to learn if you want to learn data analytics. You're going to learn Excel. You're going to learn SQL for database management. You're going to learn Power BI, Tableau, and Looker Studio. All these three tools are data visualization tools. And yes, we're going to teach you all the three of them because we don't want you to miss out on opportunities. What if you get an opportunity that requires one of those tools? Will you tell them, oh, they did not teach us? No. Because of that, we're going to teach you all three of them. We're also going to teach you how to use AI to improve your efficiency as a data analyst. If you want to learn data science, you will start from the basics, all right? You start from the scratch, and then once you learn the foundations that helps you become a strong data scientist, we'll then teach you the tools that you need to learn, all right? And then for business analysis, we'll also start by teaching you the concepts that you need to learn in business analysis and take you through the tools. Guys, this is the first step. The first step is to learn one of these in demand skills. Now, I want to ask you, you can type it in the chat. You don't need to answer me now. You can just type it in the chat. If you have to choose one of these career paths, which one will you choose? Type it in the chat and let us progress. Now, I'm now going to the next thing. We have talked about learning AI in demand skill. Now, this thing that I just mentioned is the problem with many Africans. Now, this is where it gets serious. And if you've not been paying attention before, this is the part where you want to pay rapt attention. Rapt attention. Because this is where most beginners in Africa are stuck. This is the reason why a lot of Africans are stuck and why many only have certificates and knowledge of some tools to show for their learning journey. Africans trying to get into tech, people will just tell them all you need is to learn the skills, but that is wrong. And this is why a lot of Africans are unable to land a job. If you go on LinkedIn right now, you will see millions of Africans who have learned these skills. All right, millions of Africans who have learned these skills. All right, millions of Africans, but are unable to use it to land a job. Now, the truth of the matter is, having the technical skills alone, does not get you the job. All right, and I'm going to call up, we have a special guest, and she's going to tell us about our journey. All right, she's going to tell us about a journey, our journey. But why do Africans struggle to land a job? It's because they get stuck at the point of learning a skill. So having the technical skill is only halfway down the road. And the fact that you have a skill does not guarantee you the job. All right. The fact that you have a skill does not guarantee you the job. And I would like Mary to, I'm not sure if Mary is on the call right now. I just got notification that you joined the call. Mary, you can give me a thumbs up if you are on the call now. Hi, Mary. If you can hear me, you can give me a thumbs up. Oh, fantastic. So I would like Mary to shed, more light on this. How true is it about, learning a technical skill and how she was able to land her own job. So I'm going to stop sharing now. Permit me to stop sharing so that I can have a conversation with Mary. Mary, confirm you're able to turn on your video. Are you able to turn on your video? If not, that's also fine. But just let me know. Are you able to, turn on your video, and let's have a conversation. So Mary, if you are able to, please introduce yourself to the house, and let's have a conversation. Hi Mary, how are you doing? Are you able to unmute? Let me see if you're able to unmute. Give me a second. Okay. All right, Mary, I think you would be able to unmute.
Hello.
Hi Mary, how are you doing? Good evening. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. What about you?
Thank you for asking. I'm very well.
Okay.
Very well. Thank you very much for asking.
My camera and
I'm sorry,
microphone
Mary.
is disabled. That's why.
Oh, okay. So can you confirm if you're able to share it now?
Yeah, I think it's from your end. So
Okay, let's see if we can fix that.
okay.
I think it has been fixed. It has been fixed.
Yes.
Okay. We would like to place a face to the name.
Okay. So I'm having an issue with my camera. Yes, actually. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Now we have Mary. Good evening, Mary. Guys, can
Good
we see
evening.
Mary? Can we all see Mary? Mary's from Ghana. Mary's a Ghanaian. So welcome, Mary. How is Ghana tonight?
Oh, yeah, it's fine. It's cool. Everything's going well too. How about your side?
Awesome. Yeah, it's going really great here in Nigeria. All right,
That's fine.
Mary. So we have people on the call who are desiring to get into tech. Just if you remember, I think a few months, we can call it a few months back, you were also in this position right now. I don't know if you can remember.
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay, fantastic. Yes, awesome. So can you just walk us through that journey? How did you go from somebody who had no experience in tech to, and maybe you can tell us what you do now so that maybe we're able to learn from your journey. Just walk us through your journey in tech. How has it been so far?
Okay, so right now I am a financial analyst intern at an investment company. And for this, we are actually being trained in the finance side. And then after a 6 month training, you gain employment. So, and with this, I didn't just get it. Like, it wasn't just anything that made me go in. It was actually the skills I acquired from the media and analytics training. So, we have something in Ghana called National Service, which is almost like the NYSC. So, after your university, you do 1 year mandatory service for your country. And for me, I was placed in a government sector, and then I knew that side after the service, yeah, there's no way you are going to be picked unless you knew somebody inside. And I didn't know anybody. So I think from July last year July there, I was on Instagram, and then I follow Shay, the assistant. He's a finance coach. And then he was talking about remote work and stuff. And then I was reading comment section. Then I saw a comment from Nebians Analytics talking about their training and people in data analytics and then data science. So I sent a message, and then yes, I paid for the course. Then I joined the December cohort. So yeah, the classes began extremely well. Our tutors were they are actually very, very good. All the tutors, they are very good. If you do not understand something, you can literally send them a message or text them. They help you to make sure that you understand everything. And then there are also videos, aside from the Saturday video course, which is the practical aspect. During the week, you have a video to watch every single day and then practice on. And then the project works that we did. So yeah. So after the course, which was like I think March this year, I started applying. I started applying for jobs and then for analytics roles, and then yeah, the first one I got was it was a data analytics job. It was in an IT firm. So with that, I went, and then along the line, we received a message that there were restrictions. So they had to like lay some of this off. But then before that, before actually applying for this data job, I had applied for another financial analyst intern. But with that one, the interview was like, we had 3 interviews and all were spaced out. So you couldn't tell if we were going to be picked or not. And then after I was laid off from the other one, I was home thinking of what to do. And I received a call that, there was a last interview for the finance analyst role. And then that one was a presentation, which was supposed to be done on PowerPoint. And luckily, at Naviant Analytics too, with the projects you do, you actually learn how to use PowerPoint. So I used it with my team, and then we went for the interview. We presented. They asked us questions, and truthfully, for my CV, I used the format Naviant Analytics gave us. There was a particular format, and then I used it. I incorporated those words into my CV, put down my skills, the tools that I use, and that was what I believe got me in there, because I was constantly being asked if I knew how to use Power BI, and then how my skills were, what are the things I've worked on, and then like I literally told them everything, and then they asked if I had built a project, and then I showed them the projects that I built with my team. And then from there, by God's grace, I actually got
you said something very powerful now. I don't want you to just, there's something you said very powerfully now. And I don't want us to trivialize what you just said. You said when they asked you, have you worked on a project before? Did you tell them that, yes, I have, or you showed them? Did you tell or you showed?
I did both. They asked, it was actually, we were being interviewed by the managing partner. So he asked, and I said yes. And then after that, he asked how the project went. So I described everything from start to finish. And they asked for they asked to see if I had actually done, I could prove it. And then I told them I had posted something like that on my LinkedIn, and then on my Google sites, the one we created. Yes, I showed them the projects there, and then they actually believed me. So
That was powerful. And
mm,
that was why I wanted to draw the attention of everybody. Now we live in a world where recruiters are no longer interested in hearing you talk. What they
yeah.
want now is proof. When they ask you, have you worked on a project before? Imagine that all you did was to tell them, yes, I have worked on a project before. And they now ask you, can you show us? And you don't have anything to show.
To
Do you think you would have
show.
gotten that job?
No, to be very honest, because when I got in, and I actually got to realize that okay, the first job that I got that was laid off, they actually told us that over like 130 or like 900 people applied for that job, and then they picked only two of us, just two. And for
Mm.
this financial analyst too, they said over like 90 people actually applied. And then, like I said, you see, I said it was three in interview stage. They picked just four of us, and we were just two girls and then two boys. So after that, I actually, to be very honest, it got to a point I started having what do you call that thing? Imposter syndrome. Because I was wondering how I
Mm.
was able to get this offer, like among 60, over 60, over 90 people who applied for it. And then the fact that it was also a three-step interview. And the interview space, interview margins was spaced. So like they could actually have time to think about your interview process and see if you'd fit for to proceed to the next stage.
Mhm. Mm. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you a lot. In fact, there are some of the things you said tonight that I didn't know before. So, but before you go, Mary, just we have people who are also, like I mentioned, right now on this call, there are people, if you remember, maybe as at November 2024, there are people who are where you were in November 2024 before you even started
Yeah.
your journey. So for people like that thinking, do I have a place in tech? Am I able to create a successful career? I'm feeling unworthy. What final advice will you leave with them before you go tonight, Mary? Just a very quick
Okay.
one.
Okay. For me, I do believe that whatever you set your mind, you can actually do it. And I don't know if you've realized there are some people who are on the internet and they are discouraging for maybe applying to do something because they kind of say that, oh, those people who are teaching courses are using your proceeds or the money they get on, and then the courses don't do anything. Please, please, I used to think like that. It is with every course and everything you do, there's going to be some kind of struggle. Not so much struggle, but then it's how you take upon that course or whatever you are doing, how you structure it, how you go about it that will actually and make you successful. Because you can't decide that I want to take this course. You take it and then you say, okay, I won't do anything about it. I'm just waiting for job to
Mm,
come, or I'm waiting for this to come. It doesn't work that way. The course is supposed to help you. And then
mm,
with this particular data analytics, that's all I actually paid for. There is business analyst and then data science, but I paid for the data analytics course. So with this data analytics course, you don't just they don't just teach you just the technicalities or tools. They actually teach you how to get the work itself. So when you are being taught the lessons, you're also being told to be visible on LinkedIn. And then if you actually saw the flyer, my job post, I saw the flyer on LinkedIn because I was always on LinkedIn. So you are being taught about how to be visible on LinkedIn, post, Twitter, like just talk about what you are doing. And then with time, sometimes it will even get to a point people will be messaging you for the job, but then you have to also apply, like apply for anything you see that has um analyst attached to it. And I would say to you, like, you should go for the course if you really, really, really want to do it. Just go for the course and don't think about, oh, it's not so easy, I can't do it, it's not for me. It's for you. So far as you have your mind set to it that this is what I want to do, it's for you. You just have to learn, ask questions, and then be visible.
Amazing,
So
amazing. Thank you so much,
yeah.
Mary. Thank you. Actually, it was actually very insightful having this conversation with you. Thank you, Mary.
Okay.
We hope
Thank you
to
too.
invite you for a future session. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you
Please do
too.
enjoy
Bye.
the rest of your night.
Okay, you too.
Bye, Mary.
Bye.
All right, all right, awesome, guys. So that is Mary. I think she has really said most of the things that I would have loved to say. She has said most of the things that I would have loved to say. So there's no point really dragging, you know. And one thing that she said that stood out for me is it's not just about learning the technicalities, all right? It's not just about learning the technicalities. There are other things that you also need to learn. And that's what I'm saying here. So if all you do is focus on gaining the technical skills, you are only halfway down the road because there are more for you to do. So after you have fulfilled step one by choosing a high in demand skill that you want to learn, what is the second step in the Nebian framework that we take our students through to ensure that they are employable, that they get the job? Our second step, the second thing we take our students through is our positioning program. So after they've learned the skill or while they are learning the skill, we are also positioning them for the job. And these are the things, all right? You can see it on your screen, but I'll briefly go through all of the things that we take our students through that helps them position themselves for the job. Number one, their CV. The fact that you are a fantastic data analyst does not mean you get a job if your CV is not in the right format. And for us to help you achieve that, we will take you through our CV assessment and CV optimization program. We have we have in-house experts that will help you optimize your CV, ensure it scores highly in an ATS score. And not just that, you also heard when Mary was talking about LinkedIn. We live in a world where LinkedIn is, give me a second. I think we need to, one second. So, inquiries may be answered. You might want to help me here. All right. Mic muted. All right. So, as I was saying, so we live in a world where recruiters are now looking for talent. All right. Recruiters are now looking for talent. And where do they look for you? They look for you on LinkedIn. Guys, if I search for you on LinkedIn right now, will I find something very compelling and interesting that would make me want to stop and enter your DM to offer you a job? If the answer to that is no, you are not getting any job because recruiters will go through your LinkedIn and you need to be positioned on LinkedIn as a solid professional. These are the other things you need to be able to get a job. So we will optimize your LinkedIn. If you don't have a LinkedIn, we will create one for you. We have resources that will help you create a fully optimized LinkedIn. With that, you are getting closer to landing a job. Also, Mary also said something very important. When during the interview, they asked her, have you worked on a project before? And she told them yes. But then the recruiter went ahead to ask again, can you show us? We are in a world of show us. The days of telling is over. Recruiters need proof that truly you have the skill that you claim you have. And the only way you can prove that truly you have the skill that you claim you have is if you have a portfolio. All right. If you have a portfolio of projects that you can use to prove your skill. All right. So in our data program, every of our students will build a portfolio website. All right. During the program, you're going to build a website that will serve as your portfolio. Let me show you what it's going to look like. All right. Let me show you what that website is going to look like. All right. Let me show you what that website is going to look like. So this is what you are going to build. All right. This is what you are going to build as a student on our tech training program. So let me show you very quickly. Let me show you very quickly so that you can see what you will be getting from the program. Very quickly. I hope my network is not too slow. I hope my network is not too slow. All right. I hope my network is not too slow. But the page, so you need to have something like this. You need to have a website that will serve as your project portfolio. Let me show you what your project portfolio is going to look like, which is going to position you to land a job. My network is very slow tonight, but I will go back to this when it has opened up. But let's continue. I'll go back to this when it has opened up. Now, apart from a project portfolio, another thing that you need to stand a better chance at getting your first job is you also need to try out freelancing. A lot of people don't even think about freelancing at all. Everybody just wants to work 9 to 5, but there are other alternatives. If you're unable to get a 9 to 5 job, you might also want to consider freelancing your skills, putting up your skills up for professional services online. And one of the ways you can do that is through Upwork. All right. So not only would you be positioned to get 9 to 5 jobs, would also position you to get freelancing gigs. And one of the ways we'll do that is help you create a fully optimized Upwork profile. If you already have an Upwork profile, we are going to optimize it for you. Make sure that it is in a state that attracts clients. If you don't have one, we're going to create for you. That way, you see that your chances of getting a job is increasing. Yes or no? Guys, what do you think? Even from all the things I've said so far, do you think it's positioning you for job more and more or not? Exactly. So these are the things that our students go through. And another thing that you're going to get access to as a student of Nebient Analytics going through our tech training program is that you are going to have access to lifetime mentorship. A lot of Africans struggle in their beginning days because they don't have access to the right mentors. Every of our students have a mentor assigned to them. You heard when I was sharing the story of Esther, when she almost gave up. What did she do? She reached out to her mentor, and her mentor was able to pull her out of that overwhelmingness, and she was able to continue her journey to the point where she was able to land a job. So we understand the importance of mentorship, and that's why for every student you have a mentor who has walked that journey that you're trying to walk. You have access to these guys for life. That's part of what you are signing up for. One, you get a mentor, in fact, not a mentor, you have access to a lot of mentors, people working in the industry. These people can guide you, they can show you the way, they can help you when you are feeling down because they have also felt the same way before. So without a mentor, your chance of getting it right when you're looking for a job is slim. But if you have the right mentor guiding you, you are better positioned to land a job. Guys, do you agree with me? I need to be sure that you are following me and that you agree or disagree with what I'm saying. Exactly. So apart from this, another thing that you are going to enjoy as a student of the program is that you have access to lifetime interview preparation. How would you get a job if you don't ace your interviews? If you get interview calls and you don't ace it, you are not getting a job. So to avoid that, whenever you have an interview, We will prepare you for the interview. That's one of the things you are signing up for. We're going to prepare you for the interview. We're going to simulate a real world interview process. We'll go through the job description and interview you for that job to prepare you for the real interview. And this you have access to for life. Even when you are done with the program, you are a graduate now, you are an alumni now, and you have more interview in the future, you can still come back to us and we will still prepare you for future interviews, and you are not paying anything extra. Why? The reason for that is because once you graduate, you don't leave Nebiant. You get onboarded into our alumni program. And as an alumni, these are some of the things you get to enjoy. You get lifetime interview preparation. You also get lifetime mentorship. All right. Now, apart from this, and this is my favorite, one of the things that our students enjoy. Please give me a second. Now, one of the things that our students really enjoy that ensures that they get position for the job is that we directly refer them to jobs. All right. We have a lot of partner organizations across the globe, especially in Canada. All right. We have a particular organization that we partner in Canada. Whenever these organizations need talent, they know we train people. They know we train data analysts, data scientists, and business analysts. So whenever they need either a data analyst, a business analyst, or a data scientist, they come to us and ask us, do you have any of your students that you are sure of that can take up a role? And then we offer any of our best students, we refer any of our best students to these organizations. And when they get called for interviews, we would also prepare them for the interview. So this is another thing you also have access to on the program. And lastly, on the job support. Even when you get a job, finally, we have achieved our aim, and now you have a job. We will also support you on the job. We will not leave you stranded. If you need any help on the job, we have a program that takes care of that. We have experts that we're going to assign to help you on the job. And that program is our on-the-job support. So these are some of the things that we do to ensure that our students are employable and they are ready and positioned for the job. With all these things that I've listed, apart from learning the skills, all these things I've listed, have you ever thought about it before? Apart from learning skills, have you ever thought about it before that you need to add this to become employable? I'm sure most of the answers we get is no. And that is exactly why a lot of Africans are unable to get a job, because they stop at step one. And it's not their fault. That is what everybody is saying. Just learn a skill, just learn a skill, just learn a skill. But people fail to realize that there are 1,000,001 people with skills. But what really gets you the job is not to stop at step one, but also add step two to it. Make sure you have all of these things, all of these things. If you have them in your arsenal, you are better positioned to land the job. And once you have achieved step one and step two, then you are in the right position to start applying to jobs rigorously. And that takes us to step three. You then start applying to jobs strategically using a CV that matches the job description. And this is another step in the framework that our students have to go through. They know, our students know, you don't apply with the same CV twice. This is a rule here at Nebiant Analytics. You don't apply with one CV more than once. So for every job you want to apply to, you must create a new CV that is tailored specifically to that job. A lot of Africans also miss out on this vital information, and they begin to wonder why they don't get called for interviews. all right, you don't get called for interviews. So you also need to be able to, tailor your CV to specific jobs. So for every job our students apply to, they have a system, an AI-powered AI job matching tool that they will use to tailor their CV to every job they are applying to. So this is another thing that our students get access to be able to land jobs. And we also recommend them for jobs. So you get a job and they request a recommendation letter, reference letter from a previous employee. We will serve as your previous employee and recommend you and give you letters, recommendation letter, or stand as your referee as a previous employer. Because when you get signed up to Nebiant Analytics, you become an employee of Nebiant Analytics. You can put it on your CV and on your LinkedIn that you are working at Nebiant Analytics, because the truth of the matter is you are actually working. Not only are you learning, every week you are working, building solutions, and that is why you can add it to your CV. So this is the framework that will get you the job. But the problem is a lot of Africans stop at step 1. If you agree with me, if you have seen this a lot of time, give me a thumbs up. When your people are trying to get into tech and all they get told is all you need is to learn a skill. This is the reality of a lot of beginners in Africa. But you are not getting a job if you stop at step 1. The Nebiant way, you go to step 1, learn the skills, and you also get empowered. All right, you also get empowered to become employable globally, and then you apply to the job the right way. And this framework is what a lot of our students have gone through. When I send you the slide, you can go through. We have listened to enough people tonight. Or don't you guys agree with me? Don't you think we've listened to more than enough people tonight? What do you guys think? Fantastic. So we have a lot of students that have followed this framework. All right. This is Oluwaseun. Oluwaseun follow the same framework right now. Oluwaseun works as a business analyst at Your Innovations Plug. All right. A lot of our students, we have a lot of them, but we can only share just a few of them. This is Udwak and this is Ellen. Udwak currently works as an application support engineer at Sparkle Nigeria, and Ellen also currently works as a marketing data analyst at Vestitude. These are people who joined the program. I think Udwak joined last year, but Ellen actually started her own journey with us January this year, and she was able to land a job this same year. So these are people who have followed our framework and have used it to transform their lives. So this is the framework you need to follow. The same thing with Naomi. Follow the same framework, and she was able to land a job. I wish I could play Naomi's video, but I can't because time is not on our side. But it is important. All right. It is very important for you to put all of these things together. You need to have a portfolio. Your CV needs to be right. Your LinkedIn needs to be on point. Everything needs to be checked, or else you will just have a skill. The best thing you can do is call yourself knowledgeable in data analysis. And you can see all of our students have portfolios, and I've included a few of those here. When you get this slide, go through some of our students' portfolio and see why our students have been getting jobs, because they have proof. All right, they have proof. So this exactly is the framework that you need to follow. And if you are ready to follow the same framework, we are ready to partner with you. All right, we are ready to partner with you. And our next cohort starts on the 6th of September. All right, our next cohort starts on the 6th of September. If you're available to join this cohort, I will urge you to join. It is not for everybody. All right, at this point, this is only for people that are ready to transform their life. So the next course is starting on the 6th of September, and it's a 4-month long journey. So if you cannot devote 4 months of transformative learning, please don't even bother, because it's a 4-month intensive journey. But don't worry, you'll be guided. You have mentors that will help you from start to finish. Even after you finish, you still have access to these people. So even though it's going to be intensive, but we have support systems in place for you. So 4 months, you are cooking yourself, and then by the time you're done cooking yourself, you launch out to the world a new person ready to conquer the world. Classes will hold on Saturdays for the entire 4 months. Classes will hold on Saturdays. For the first 3 months, you focus strictly on learning. All right, so you have 3 months of learning. Classes hold on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So every Saturday, you will meet with your instructor in class. Every Saturday, you are going to be building projects. But then, to lead into that class on Saturday, every Sunday, we are going to release a bunch of instructional videos. We call them preparatory videos, DID videos, where you're going to be building with an instructor. You're going to be building a solution with an instructor, but that is self-paced. And then you have from Sunday till Friday to complete all those videos, and that gets you ready for class on Saturday. And on Saturday, it's not another time to learn theory. No, it's now time to apply everything you've learned from Monday to Friday or from Sunday to Friday. Enter into class with your instructor like this, the way we're having a class. But this time around, you can interact, you can engage with your facilitator to build a project. And as you are building those projects, you are posting it on LinkedIn so that people will know that you are learning and you're also adding it to your portfolio. All right. And then on Tuesdays, you also have another session with your facilitators to tackle any challenge you might have, because it is possible that you have some things that you need clarity on. You need somebody to support you. We have a session on Tuesday dedicated to that. So on Tuesday, you meet with your facilitator again live, and then they help you sort out all those issues you might be having. And then on Thursdays, every Thursdays is when you meet with your mentors. Remember, when you get on the program, you have access to a number of mentors, and you'll be having different meetings with your different mentors every Thursday. It is in these sessions that you get to learn the employability side of things. Learn from from your mentor's mistake, learn from their success stories. They teach you how to deal with imposter syndrome. They teach you how to answer interview questions. They teach you how to prepare a lot of things in the employability side of things every Thursday. All right. So that is the structure of the program. That is the structure of the program. So if you're ready to get started, you can, decide to go for any of the programs. You have already mentioned it in the chat. It could be data science, data analytics, business analysis. So at this point, do I have people ready to start their journey? Can you give me a thumbs up if you're ready to start your journey? Fantastic. So all you need to do to get started is to register for the program and the standard fee. Now, I failed to mention, guys, hold on. Give me a second. All right, just give me a second. I failed to mention that after your training, you get internship with us. All right, you get to intern. You get to be onboarded. You get to be onboarded into an internship program. So all of that, the entire fee for the program is 150,000 naira. All right, 4 months intensive training, and you also get internship, projects, everything I mentioned. 350,000 is the fee. All right, but I would be making a discount available to be taken advantage of tonight. So if you're on the call, you don't want to pay 350,000 naira. All right, you don't want to pay 350,000 naira. Don't worry, this is not for everybody. All right, this is really not for everybody. Only people that are ready to transform their life. So if it is not what you find interesting, don't worry, just know that it's not for you. If it's something that you think is not for you, it's also totally fine. This is not for everybody. So what I can do is on this call right now, some people can take advantage. All right, some people can take advantage of a discount I'm making available tonight. So you will not be paying 350,000 because I can make discount. I have gotten clearance to give this to you at a discount tonight if you can take advantage of it tonight. So instead of paying 350,000 naira for the program, you only get to pay 250,000 naira, a whooping 100,000 naira off the standard fee. All right, a whooping 100,000 naira off the standard fee. So if you're taking advantage of the discount, you can do that tonight. All you need to do is to complete only one installment. All right, and this is to say, that even the discount, guys, even the discount you can pay installmentally. All right, you can also take advantage of our 3 months installmental plan. All right, you can take advantage of our 3 installmental plan to make it very flexible for you. All right, to make it very flexible. Instead of paying 250,000 naira at a go, you can take advantage of our discount. All you need to do is, for you to start with the September cohort, you need to have only completed one installment of 85,000 naira. And once you've completed the first installment, you can start with the October cohort, with the September cohort, I meant. So once your first installment is complete, you can start with the September cohort, and then you have 1 month to complete, 1 month after, to complete your second installment. And once you've completed your second installment, 1 month into the training, you then have another 1 month after the second installment. That means 2 months into the training, you then complete the third installment. So that way you get to pay only 250,000 naira, and at an installment. All right, so this is for people that are ready. And if you're ready to tap into the discount by making a commitment out of the discount amount, all right, out of the discount amount, if you are ready to take advantage of the discount tonight, you can do that by completing either the entire first installment, or I have something else for you. You can pay part of your first installment tonight to ensure that you secure the discount tonight. All right, to ensure that you secure the discount tonight. All right, so if you're securing the discount, all you need to do tonight, if you cannot afford the entire first installment, with just a minimum of 30,000 naira, if you can pay just 30,000 naira, you will be part of those who secure this discount. All right, you'll be part of those who secure this discount, and you would not be paying 350,000 naira for the program. You would only be paying discounted 250,000 naira by making just 30,000 naira payment tonight to secure your discount. So if you're securing your discount, or you can see the account detail on the screen, send us a direct transfer to 3002-648016 Kuda Microfinance Bank, and then send us a proof of payment to the number you can see on your screen, and we will get you started right away. So this is the point where I ask, where I take questions. If you have any questions for me, all you need to do is to raise your hand. I will call you up, and then you would unmute. But please, if I don't call your name, please don't unmute. All right, don't unmute. If I don't call your name, please don't unmute. So if you want to ask me a question, you have 2 options. You can type your question in the chat. I'll look through the chat, read your message, and answer you. But if you want to speak, raise your hand, and I will call you up to speak, and then we'll have a conversation. So I can see Mercy. Mercy's hand is raised, and also Michael. So let me call Mercy first. Michael, ladies first. So Mercy, please go ahead. If you are securing a discount, please do so right away. If you don't want to pay 350,000 naira. So Mercy, please go ahead. Hi, Mercy. Are you able to speak? Okay, so I think I can see Mercy's question in the chat. All right. Messi is saying, hope no age restriction for this. My son is 14 and I want him to take this. Absolutely not. There is no age restriction. In fact, the earlier the better. You are positioning them for a future of you are the word is you are there's a word for this. You are safeguarding their future, even though that's not the word I'm looking for. You are fail proofing their future. So there's no the only limitation is, do they have access to a laptop? If your 14-year-old son has access to a laptop, let me know. Does your son have a laptop? Messi, please, you can just answer me. You can answer that very quickly. Does your son have a laptop? That's the most important question I want to ask you. Does your son have a laptop? Messi. So I'm not sure why Messi is unable to speak, but I will go ahead to. So Michael or Derry, Michael, please confirm you can unmute and speak. Confirm you can unmute and speak.
Good evening.
Hi.
Good evening. Thank
Good
you for
evening.
everything. Yeah. So what I want to ask is that I'm a data scientist. I've learned data scientist before. So the main reason why I joined the seminar is maybe I'll be able to get the advantage of how I'll be able to get job, freelance work. Maybe I'll have to pay for that or anyhow, but I'm not, I don't want to pay for the, oh, I shouldn't use that word. Like, I'm already a data scientist, so how can I get freelance work, like maybe money and mentorship and all those things?
Okay, very good, Michael. Michael, do you have a portfolio? Do you have proof now that you can show me that truly you are a data scientist? You have worked on, maybe you've built a model before that you have deployed that is running live now that I can go to right now to confirm that truly you're a data scientist. Do you have any of such, Michael? You can still unmute.
Yes, I have my GitHub.
You have your GitHub. Does it have a project that is deployed live now that I can go to and test?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So if you have that, that is fantastic. But most of the time, people say they have skills, or they know this or they know that. The truth of the matter is, it's not just about knowing this or knowing that. What you want to know is, what you want to have is a knowledge that is relevant to real world situations. All right. And I want to trust that you have already built that. So you now want to focus on, the employability side of things. Make sure your
Yes.
LinkedIn is super fire, that once a recruiter gets on your LinkedIn, they cannot stop until they message you and offer you a job. So you need a platform that can get you that. You also need a platform that can recommend you for jobs. You already have the skill. If you have the skill and you're not using it to get a job, it's as good as not having the skill. So you also need to be in an environment that can, position you for jobs, recommend you to jobs, make sure your CV is in the best of states and all of that. So if you can get someone that can do that for you, fantastic. But if not, it's an opportunity for you to sign up to our program and empower yourself and strengthen your opportunity. And it's even going to help you because you already have prior experience. You're going to sail. You're going to sail on eagle's wing. You're not going to be a beginner who is struggling. Yours is just going to be a smooth ride, and you're going to get a job faster. That I can guarantee you. All right. So that's going to be my recommendation to you, Michael. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
All
Okay,
right.
what we are saying now is that I will have to sign up for that the 250K own.
Yes, that's even that for you to even pay 250K. That if you successfully secure the discount. If not, The standard fee for the program is 350,000 naira. So if you're lucky to be able to secure the discount, fantastic. So you are paying only 250,000 naira.
Okay.
All right, all right. So I can see Messi's hand is still raised, but Unije, do you want to speak? Unije? Guys, who is securing the discounts? Let me check the comments. Let me check the charts. Can I pay 30K tomorrow? So 30K is for people who want to secure the discount tonight. I only have clearance to give it to people who are on this call tonight. So I would recommend Chi Boys. Let me call you Michael Ukachi. If you want to secure the discount, you want to secure it tonight. Do you have an office in Abuja? No, we do not have an office in Abuja. And one of the reasons why we don't have an office in Abuja is because our instructors and mentors are sourced from around the nation. We don't want to be confined to a specific physical location. Imagine we have an office in Abuja. The only kind of instructors we can get are instructors living in Abuja. What if there's an instructor in Lagos that is so great at teaching people and helping them become better versions of themselves? But because we are only operating in Abuja, we would have lost that instructor and you won't have access to that person to train you. So this is why we don't have a physical office and in Abuja, and also why another reason is because we are training you to be able to take up remote international jobs. You don't want to confine yourself to a physical location. You can learn and earn from a remote setting. Do I need gadgets like laptop before starting the course or just with my smartphone? I would be lying to you if I say you only need your smartphone. No. In fact, if you don't have a laptop, don't even bother. Don't bother registering. All right. Don't even bother, because we are not just trying to give you knowledge. We are trying to give you skill. And for you to have skill, you need to be able to practice. And for you to be able to practice, you need a laptop. So if you don't have a laptop, if you have access to a laptop, that is also fine. Maybe you have a friend that you can use their laptop for class and to practice. Fantastic. You can join the program. But if you don't have a laptop, we do not encourage that you join the program. Can the discounts be extended till first week in September? I mean, you still have till 6th of September to even pay, but the discount is for people that want to take advantage of it tonight. Don't worry, you can still make payments. Nobody's saying after tonight you cannot make payments, all right? You can still definitely make payments even after the call. But the only challenge is, while other people that are taking advantage of it tonight are paying 250,000, because you did not secure the discount tonight, you would be paying 350,000 naira. Messi's network got cut off and I didn't get the answer to my question. So Messi, please give me a thumbs up if you are still on the call. Give me a thumbs up if you are still on the call. I answered your question. I didn't know you were not on the call. Just give me a thumbs up. All right, fantastic, Messi. So your question is, you want to enroll your 14-year-old son, and you asked if age is a barrier. And I said, age is not a barrier. The only barrier, I mean, age is a barrier. I mean, you cannot enroll a 2-year-old. You cannot enroll a 5-year-old. All right. But from 13 and above, super welcome. But there's still a barrier. If your son does not have a laptop, don't bother signing him up. All right. Don't bother signing him up. If you don't have a laptop or your son does not have a laptop, don't bother signing him up, because our classes are hands-on. All right. They are hands-on. It's not just theory. You are going to be building solutions. So, Messi, does your son have access to a laptop? That's the only question I need you to answer. Does your son have a laptop, or do you have a laptop that your son can use? You can just type in the chat. You can type yes or no in the chat. All right. While I wait for Messi's response, any other question? I'm not sure Unije can hear me. Unije, if you can hear me, go ahead with your question. If you can hear me. Joy Obeto, please go ahead. And Frank, you can go after Joy. Frank has a question.
Good evening.
Hi, Joy.
Okay, good evening. Yeah, thanks for the session. It's been very insightful.
You're welcome.
I've known about Nibian for a very long time now. I think close to 2 years. I've been procrastinating. My question now is, I don't know how you can make it flexible, because I'm sure we have some of us who work, and I am running an MBA program. In fact, I was almost giving up on this again, that I'm having my exams like second to third week of September, and you're saying 6th. In fact, the exam was moved from that 6th to 13th. So I just hope it's something that if I do miss out on something, I can always revisit it or get assistance to catch up. I've made the first installment of 30K, and I do hope that I have made the right decision.
When did you make the first installment, Joy?
Just now. I've forwarded it to the link that was shared.
Okay, all right, great. So, first of all, congratulations. That's the first thing. Now, second of all, is our program is actually tailored to working professionals and people who have other things that they are doing. But our program is tailored to everybody, regardless of what you do, whether you have a job or you don't have a job. And one of the ways we ensure that our working class people have a seamless experience in the program is, first of all, there's a standing rule. Every Nebian session is recorded. As long as it is a session hosted by Nebian Analytics, whether it's class, whether it's a webinar, whatever it is, we would always record it. So you always have access to a recording. Whatever you miss, be sure that there's a recording somewhere for you. And especially for classes, there's a platform where we host all our recordings and you have direct access to it. That's number one. Number two is, even after watching the recording, you are still not satisfied. You still need a live human being. You still need a human being to still come and still explain some things to you that you didn't get from the recording. You have access to your facilitators. You can still reach out to your facilitators and they would be on ground to support you. Do you understand, Joy? Does that help?
Okay. Yes, it does. It does. I really do hope I can, because these are the things I've been considering that have not really made me signed up for a while now. So once in a while, I get to join your webinars. Once in a while, I have what's her name? Is it Lawyer or something? Always inviting me, but I'm always like, how do I add this to what I'm doing already?
So what made you finally decide that tonight is the night, Joy?
It's been, well, okay. I'm in banking. I'm actually in business development.
All right.
And you know the madness
Okay.
of the target thing. So even everybody in the system is already like, oh, remote job, something that will make us breathe. We want to breathe, you know. And I'm actually coming from the sciences anyway, only to find job in banking. So even the MBA I'm doing is just like, oh, it's been over 10 years in banking, develop yourself and all that and all that. So it's just something I know I've always been attracted to. And I have a bit of bioinformatics knowledge. It was the project I worked on as an undergraduate and all. So I feel it's something I'll be able to do.
Do you want to hear a fun fact?
Okay.
Do you want to hear a fun fact?
All right, go ahead.
So I actually started my career also in banking, especially in business development. So I worked in business development for 1 year in FCMB. I don't know if you know FCMB, First City Monument Bank.
Yeah.
So I did business development in FCMB for 1 year, and then I ran away. No, I did not run away actually. I wanted to run away, but that running away backfired. So I wanted to leave FCMB for Stanbic IBTC. Made a bit of mistake and things just went down the hill. And you see, things going down the hill was what made me decide, you know what? I'm done with this life. I am done with this life. And then I decided it was time to pursue tech. And here I am, 4 years down the line. I've never regretted that decision for one day. I can guarantee you, this is not, I'm not being careful. I can't even be careful. I'm very confident that this is the best decision you have ever made. So I'm telling you confidently, congratulations. All right.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So that is Joy. So we will be shutting down the session very soon if nobody else is taking advantage, because the only reason why I'm leaving the session on is for you to take advantage of the discount. If you miss out on it, if you send me a message later, you will be paying 350,000. But I don't want that to happen. So I don't know if Mercy is still on the call. I don't know if Mercy, I think Mercy has left the call. So we still have quite a number of people on the call, and I'm wondering why. Why are we not? Are we saying we are not ready? Are we saying we are not ready? Is there a challenge? Is there something we need clarity on? Are we saying we are not ready to make the bold step to tech? Or what is the challenge? So I'm going to call some people. Do I need a laptop or just my smartphone? Ketura, you need a laptop actually. You need a laptop. I will only want to collect your money actually. I will only be interested in your money if I tell you, oh, don't worry, with your phone, you are good to go. No, I will be lying to you. And I'm only interested in your money if I tell you that. But the truth of the matter is, for you to succeed in our program, you need a laptop. If you can do it with a phone, actually, that's the truth. You can do it with a phone, but you will not succeed. You will not get a job. I wish I can tell you Allah, you will not get a job, because for you to get a job, you actually need to be positioned for the job. And some of the things you will be doing to be positioned for the job will require you to work on projects. And you need a laptop to work on projects. So no, without a laptop, you cannot succeed in the program. So I would recommend that you have access to a laptop. So Ketura, let me ask you, do you have somebody who has a laptop that you can use their laptop once in a while for the program? Ketura, do you have somebody like that? Okay, I'm not sure if Ketura is still. On Monday will be fine. So now, Patrick, this is what you want to do. Okay, not really. So the final say to that is the program is not for you if you don't have a laptop. Apologies. Because we don't just want to have students who just pay. So we want to have students who can represent us well, who can work on projects and get jobs, because it is our happiness that you get jobs, because our mission is to get you jobs. If you're unable to get jobs, that is, we are not doing anything meaningful, right? So please try to get a laptop. Omotayo Onike, please go ahead. And then for Patrick, this is what you want to do. Let me leave my number with you. Send me a DM, all right? Patrick, take my number. Send me a DM tonight. Send me a message tonight. Let's see how I can make that possible for you. And for any other person that wants me to help them extend the discounts, maybe to later tonight, or you want to have a private conversation with me around, supporting with the discount, send me a message on this number, 070-6578-2532. So Omotayo, please go ahead. Omotayo, you have the floor. The age limit is from 13 years old to 100 years old. You are never too young as long as you understand basic 1+1, and then you are never too old. So there's really no age limit. Don't even talk about age. There's no age limit to empowerment. There's no age limit to empowerment. If you're ready to empower yourself at whatever age, you are good to go. So I'm going to just keep Omotayo. I'm not sure he's on the call. If we make payments now, How will, I'm not sure I'm getting that question in total. So I'm going to wait till you complete that question. You can also unmute and speak. And also unmute and speak. That question is not complete. If we make payments now, you how will how will you notify us? Now there's a number that you send proof of payment to. And once you send your proof of payment, we'll then be sharing a link with you to enroll. All right. So you need to send us a proof of payment on 070 65 7825. Sorry, 070 1564 7028. And yes, you can also send the proof of payments to me. I will guide you on the next step. I just want to confirm if this is the same Nebians with Lemuel Jolie on the team. Yes, this is the same Nebians with Lemuel Jolie as our founding CEO. All right, Lemuel Jolie is our founding CEO. So yeah, you are correct. Omotayo, have you gotten the number to notify that you have paid? And a data analyst gets a job at 45 as a newbie? I think that's a very valid question. And I like to refer people back to the story of somebody that inspires me a lot. I didn't know I was going to spend this much time on this call. All right. There's a man called Precious Oshideko. All right. As at 40 years old in Nigeria, he had no bearing with his life. I mean, in his own words, that was what he said. This is not my word. He said he had no bearing. He was a pastor in Nigeria. That was all he had. He didn't have any skill. He didn't have anything. All he was doing all his life was just to, be a pastor. All right. And then he had to migrate to the United States through some help. And then that was when it dawned on him that he needed to transform his life. And he started learning cybersecurity at 40 plus. And right now, if you Google Precious Oshideko or you Google cybersecurity experts in the US, Precious Oshideko is one of the names that will come up. So as at 40 years old, he began empowering himself, and now he's one of the top and leading cybersecurity experts, not just in the United States, but globally. So age is never a barrier. Age is never a barrier. So yes, a data analyst can get a job at 45 as a newbie. In fact, my mentor, my mentor is not a old man. He's really not that old, but he's somebody in his 50s. So my mentor in data analytics is in his 50s. So age is not a limit. So you want to take advantage of the discounts. Let us guide you rightly. Let us hold your hand and show you what you really need to do to get a job. So if you're paying, please do so before I end the call. Can you permit me to ask a question? Absolutely. Mr. Frank, please go ahead. Do you want to speak or you want to type it? Kende Onilola, where did you place some of us who are not completely a beginner? We have experience on Excel, pivot table, and VLOOKUP. A lot of people have experience. A lot of people think they have experience, but experience is not what we build here in Nebient Analytics. We position. So I think if you, please unmute to speak, Mr. Frank. So I think I should make it clear that we are not just like every other training institute who just want to give skill. Our own focus, why we are here, is to position people for jobs. All right. So how we place you is you are still somebody who needs a job. Get on board and we will position you for the job. Our focus is not to keep teaching people stuff. All right. You can learn stuff everywhere. We are teaching you the things that matter, the things that industries really need as data analysts, and would also position you for the job. So that's where we place you. Mr. Frank, you're still not unmuted. I'm not sure why. Please confirm you are able to unmute. All right. So Patrick, I've seen your message. I will respond to you immediately after the call. All right, Mr. Frank, I'm still waiting for you. You are the reason I'm still stalling on the call. I want to ensure that everybody that wants to secure the discount I'm not the reason why you're unable to secure the discount. All right. I want to be sure so that you guys will not chase me in my dreams. I don't want you people to chase me in my dreams. I want you to be able to secure your discount. So, Mr. Frank, I'm not getting any feedback from you. From my end, are you not able to unmute? I think people have been able to unmute since. So all you need to do is click on that icon on your phone that looks like a recorder, that looks like a microphone. If you click on it, that helps you to unmute your mic. I'm sure you're able to unmute. I'm very sure of that because people have been unmuting since. All right. Or you can also send me a message. We can take this conversation outside here. Oh, so sorry about that. So, you know what,
No,
Mr.
you are
Frank,
not
please
doing
send me a
anything.
message. Okay, I thought that was Mr. Frank. Please confirm that you can see my number. Please send WhatsApp number to send payment proof. All right. Again, you can send it to my number 0706578, and I will be sharing the link that you need to onboard on. All right. So, my namesake, send proof of payment to that number, and I will guide you through the next steps. So I'm not sure Mr. Frank would be able to speak, but confirm that you have seen my number, Mr. Frank Okafor. Please confirm that you have seen my number, and then you can send me whether a text message and I will give you a call, or you can send me a WhatsApp message, anyone you prefer. Since you're unable to unmute, I think it's something that has to do with your personal settings. Every other person, okay, let me send it to you one last time. That is my number, 07065782532. Confirm that you have it now. Confirm that you have it now. Confirm that you have it now. Please confirm that you have it now. And just tell me yes. Are your 07065782532. 07065 82532. You can also send me a WhatsApp message. All right, all right. So Ayo, you are the last person I'm waiting for. Have you sent your proof of payment before I end this call so that you don't end up paying 350,000 naira? Or what's the situation? Are you making payment, or what's the situation? Let me be sure that I'm not ending. You're welcome, Mr. Frank. Hi, Ayo. What is the situation? Just let me know what is going on, and then I can, I can end the call. Hi, Ayo. Please confirm that you can hear me. Hi, Ayo. Can you hear me? All right. I'm not getting any feedback from Ayo. All right. This is where we will be ending the call tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining the session. I had a nice time talking to you guys. I hope it was worth your while. See you in class. If you do decide to get onboarded, I look forward to seeing you in class. Good night, everybody. Please, I'm just coming now. I'm about to make payment. Okunla Abayomi. Okay, let me wait for you. I've been saying it. So just all you needed to do was to let me know the situation. So let me wait for you. All right, let me wait for you. So make payments, send us a proof of payments, and we would guide you through the next step. So I'm waiting for you Okunola Abayomi, and Ayo. I'm not sure if Ayo is still on the call. Please, I'm just coming now. I will chat you on WhatsApp. If you're just coming, so what do you want to chat me about? If you're just coming, what do you want to chat me about? But it's fine also. You can send me a message on WhatsApp. All right? You can send me a message on WhatsApp. All right, so I'm waiting for Okunola Abayomi. Okay, fantastic. I'm interested, just constrained though. Good night. Can I swap my courses? I'm joining next course 6th of September. Yes, you can swap your courses. You can swap your course before you start. It's very, very welcome. You are very, very welcome to swap your course. So I'm waiting for Okunola Abayomi. Okay, congratulations. Congratulations to Mercy. Mercy has secured discounts for his son. Mercy has secured discount for his son. Ayo, okay, fantastic. So Ayo, I'm no longer waiting for you. I've seen your payments receipts. All right, so I guess I'm only waiting for Okunola now. I'm waiting for Okunola Abayomi. So congratulations to Mercy. Congratulations to Joy. Congratulations to Ayo. Now I'm waiting for Okunola Abayomi, and then we would be calling it a night. If you're not securing your discount before the call ends, I'm sorry if you come back and we tell you it is 350,000 naira. So, Okunola Abayomi, I am waiting for you. 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 This is 10 minutes after 10. The call ought to have ended 10 minutes ago, but it's fine. I would wait for you. So if you want to send me a message about payments, about securing the discount, one last time, my number is 070-6578-2532. Send me a message and let's see how we can support you. So, Abayomi, I'm not getting any feedback from you, although my assumption is you're still currently making the payment. So I will wait another 2 minutes. If I don't get to hear from you in 2 minutes, I would be forced to end the session. But I will wait for you since you asked me to. I'll wait for you for 2 minutes and then we will end the call. Oh, no, sorry. I think I mistook Messi. I think I mistook Ayo for Messi. I'm not sure if Messi is still on the call. Let me see. Is Messi still on the call? Not Messi. That was not Messi. I think it was Ayo that secured for his son. All right. So, Abayomi, I will just leave you one last message in case you get back, and then I will stay on the call. So, Abayomi, once you're done making payment, send me a proof of payment to this number, and we would guide you through the next steps. So, thank you very much one last time, everybody, for joining the call. Please do well to enjoy the rest of your night. Good night, everybody.
Ma, but na pa o maka na chop. Money mo.
Perfect hot plate, out you go.
How can I go give you one?
Yeah.
I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you. No.